Hey guys, it's Fayon here. Today I'm going to take you through the corkscrew squat. Now the corkscrew squat is a non-linear spiraling motion squatting pattern. Very interesting, very challenging as well, which is why I'm going to go through some ways of how to introduce it if you're interested in exploring it. It's very powerful for leg development, for exploring angles outside of the usual squat, and so I think it will benefit a lot of you guys out there. We're going to get started. Here we go. Corkscrew squat. What does it look like? All right, so what it looks like is this spiraling motion where my hips are circling around my feet. You can see my feet are lifting off wherever it needs to aid with this motion of spiraling around with the hips. So on the side, you can see I am going around in this circle pattern. Now, that you're probably looking and going, hey, that looks fine. So what we're going to do now is we're going to combine that with the squatting motion of going down and up. And this is where it gets really challenging. So we start off nice and tall, and then slowly you're going to keep trying to push your hip around in this circle as you start dropping lower and lower. And as you start dropping lower and lower, it starts getting more and more challenging. It's this middle point, which is the killer. You can see my circle is actually having to decrease now. Whoop. As I get down lower and lower until you reach the bottom of your squat. Still trying to draw as wide of a circle as you can. And then as you go up, you can start reversing the pattern. So you're spiraling and corkscrewing your way back up. Again, trying to slow down, and especially in this middle motion, keep on trying to push your hips forward until you come up to standing. Now, some pointers for this, because you'll see this and go, okay, I'm going to give this a try. As you come down, you go, oh, this is pretty hard. So especially through this middle portion here, you can start by just doing what you can. But so when you start, just starting from the top and then going down to wherever you can and then returning. That's one strategy that you can do to start learning this pattern. You can also start from the bottom as well, since if you're comfortable already with this normal squatting, resting squat pattern, starting to explore around from here is not too bad. If you start just shifting and learning how to start pushing your hips more and more, you can see there's quite a lot of demand on the knees and through the whole foot, around the whole foot. So think about not only using the foot as a flat surface, but that it's actually spiraling around and your weight is shifting around. But it doesn't really cover this middle part, which is super difficult. And so that's where you can use a nice little support. So this will allow you just to access a little bit more range, and you can drop down your hip into that really difficult middle zone to then use as a support as you just work that spiral. And you can come down, and you can see here I really try and push my hips forward and around, try and make as large of a circle as I can. And you can just work through this middle zone, or you can do the whole rep assisted as well, using as much assistance as you need on a wall or on a pole before you get to the bottom. And then again, coming back up, really trying to push your hip in the biggest circle as possible. Woo! just even 2 or 3 reps of that. You can see I'm sweating. I've already got this large pump through my legs, so it really works them hard. Biggest thing with this is as you get through or reach difficult parts where you're like, ooh, okay, that's really challenging, don't skip through it. So you might get to this portion and be like, I can't really push my hip, I'm just gonna like force it through like this. Or you're just gonna go like this and then suddenly just down like that. We want to start acclimatizing ourselves to challenge. So whenever you start feeling that urge to skip over it, to accelerate, I would say slow down, decelerate. See if you can get a little bit more time. Yes, if you don't have the necessary strength, you might skip through that part still naturally, but it's about the intention here, going, how can I develop strength all through the range from top to low in all these motions, and really slow down where I need the strength. Wherever it's comfortable already, it's just gonna be even more comfortable, but we're trying to map out a wider zone of where we can be on 2 feet in all these different angles other than just the normal linear up and down squat motion. So remember, if it is too hard, use the pole, it's your friend. Use it to really spend time in those motions. And yeah, you can just start off with even 3 slow reps will cause some really good systemic change through the body. And then you can work up to however normally you may program your working squats, 5 reps, 8 reps, 10 reps. Do it for sets. You can do it as a warm-up as well. And that's it. So hope you guys enjoy this one today. Corkscrew squat. It's a real tough and difficult one, but it'll really develop some killer legs. So hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions, once again, you can hit me up in the comments below, or you can find my details on the Passive Hang. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Remember, subscribe to this channel, The Passive Hang, and I'll see you in the next episode. Woo!